Greetings. On this beautiful duo purpose day, we're going to continue our work with upgrading to quantum crystalline. And it's an Aquarius blue moon, which means there were two moons in the sign of Aquarius, which happens in August, because the full moon is always opposite when we think of its sun sign. So I hope that in the next 2 or 3 nights you go have a look see. It's so beautiful. It almost looks like a supermoon. It was so beautiful last night. So today we're going to just continue our journey. I'm going to say we're going to continue tuning into the quantum's journey of us becoming quantum crystalline, because we're just one with it. And I want to relate something to you that I just heard. I might have said this last time, but our bodies are 76% water. But the water isn't like the water you get in the glass. In fact, when you drink that water, if you're standing up, it kind of just goes straight through. And, hits your kidneys and absorbs some of it and pulls out minerals, whatever it needs. If you lay down, you get a little bit more of it because it settles in through your digestive tract. But that's not the water that's in our body. The water in our body is crystalline. It's in a crystal formation. So we already have 76% of our vehicle there. It's so lovely. We're just now in the process of tuning into it and upgrading it. And we know how to upgrade. We've been doing it. Even as I sat here, just kind of tuning in, waiting for our process here, I just heard love, 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 love. And but I felt it as a pulse rather than as a word. Take a moment, give it to yourself. Just give yourself the pulse of love, 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 love. Wow. And that immediately puts us all on the same moment of this awakening process. I can just feel it. I'm sure you can feel it too. It's lovely. Okay, so here we are. And again, we're looking down and we're going, well, things look the same to me, and the world is shifting little by little. I'm seeing little hints of it in my locale and out there in the world. And yes, there are some absolutely sad things happening. And I do tune into them because I don't want to have my head in the sand. I tune into them and I kind of, is this something that I can attend to? No. Is this something I can attend to? Yes. And I put my attention and love there. So as we are moving through what we call our day, the quantum is growing us. I came up with this when I was talking to a very, very old friend who's become a really new friend. And at some point we're going to do a podcast together and invite y'all. She's tracking with us. And then she adds this other dimensionality that's just delicious. And her last name is D'Amore. So what could be better? Yes, and she's a doctor of chiropractic, and she's just working. She works with energy. We've taken pretty much the same track. So we're hoping to get something together, in the near future. That said, I also want to speak to something too, because the quantum is going to leak through to us in different ways, depending on who you are. So to the native people, they really looked to the heavens and to astronomical things, uh, maybe astrological, but they didn't have, probably most of them except the Mayans probably didn't spend a lot of energy on charting that all out. They also looked to the animal kingdom. And I had a really cool story, a really cool thing happen last week where I went to dinner, a birthday dinner with a friend, and another friend was sitting next to me, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, a miracle happened today." And she said she was hiking, and all of a sudden she came upon her little tiny dog face to face with a rattlesnake, big black diamond head, significant rattles, and it was rattling. And she said, "It didn't attack my dog, and my dog stood still." And she just was able to go and take her away. And I don't know how she got around the snake or if they went the opposite way, but she was like, "That is such a miracle." And I was like, wow, 20 years ago, I had two really interesting rattlesnake uh, connections. I don't call them run-ins, I call them connections. And two were with my dogs, and they were absolute inattention, staying 12 feet away. And then some with some friends when we were on an all outing, and the girls were screaming a lot about it. Anyway, so I just approached back then those snakes, and I was maybe 8 feet away, and I said, I think it would be good to get off the path because somebody might try to hurt you. And I rolled a little pebble towards it just to encourage it, and it was like it curled up and rattled. I said, "No, no, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't the right thing." I said, it would be good for you to go over there to that bush." And I just kind of said it out loud, really quietly, like 3 or 4 times. And I just stood there. My dogs were behind me, and they were just being so attentive. And that snake unwound and went under the bush. And then I went to look for it. It disappeared. Of course, I got, 2 feet away from where I saw it go. And then the same thing kind of happened exactly a month later. But that was 20 years ago. So she tells me this story. And of course, I have a little moment of envy. I wish I'd seen the rattlesnake, because I do love snakes, and I do encourage them off roads, especially Mountain Drive. That's where that's my hiking trail, where I go with my bike and things. So the next day, about 12 hours later, like, and there's what looks to be a stick across the road. And I scoot up to it, and no, it's a black rattlesnake, and it's 3 feet long, and it's got the diamond head, it's got the rattles. And I'm like, it would be probably a good idea if you got up the road, because you're right in a way where they would run over you. So that beautiful snake just went off. And of course, I went to make sure it went into a bush, and it kind of rattled at me. And I said, "Love you," and jumped on my bike. So, that snakes mean something. They really have that feeling of that energy that comes up through us and gives us a reminder of what we are as chi, what we are as chi. And because we're energy, we're energy. We're the energy of the universe. We use energy. We take in energy, but we are energy. We're vibrating electrons and neutrons and protons. And, we're just, that's how we're alive. That's how we're alive. We are energy. And basically everything is energy. It's just in different states. So what I'm starting to see, in this kind of this process of getting ready to do this race that I'm doing this weekend, is that the quantum comes to us to gift us encouragement, to gift us signs, to gift us, like, a day later, beautiful coyote went across my path, and of course, there's all the other wildlife that's up in the mountains that I see, the little guys. But you look at that, and it's just a reminder, boom, that It's not all about me, and it's not all about this road. It's about this confluence of aliveness and energy and beings, moving about and appearing in our dream. The other manifestations come through people that we run into. And I have to say, ever since we did the meditation where we really brought the divine feminine, after we'd done all that work with it, we brought it up and moved it into structure. And we particularly said we've got to move it into the men because they've felt like they can't do that. So we have to up level them just with a touch of yumminess, like, yes, you can have some of this. You can be supported as we're supported. I mean, real true power is feminine power. I am power is feminine. It's not masculine. It really isn't. Men have bodies to compensate muscles and things like that. But I got to tell you, almost every day, a guy sees me on my bike and says something super nice, like, you go, or have a great ride, or go ahead, you go first. And I feel like that's not happened to me in this particular manifestation. I call them my angels. And so what I'm saying is, I want us all to really contemplate opening up to receive the blessings from the quantum, the signs from the quantum, the encouragement from the quantum, to remind you, let those things that happen go, oh yeah, I'm upgrading. Oh yeah, something's happening. Oh yeah, there's more kindness in people now. Look for the kindness. I'm going to tell you one other story. So I have to take my dog into the vet and I go, I have an appointment at a very particular time. You got to get there 5 minutes early. And so a lady comes out and there's a line. And I just was going to say, I'm here for my appointment just because you're checking in people. And there was a guy and he was standing in line and he kind of yelled at me. He said, well, you have to get in the back of the line. I said, well, I'll go whenever they call me, but no, you have to get in back of the line. And I'm like, huh. So, okay, whatever. And so I go get my seat. And the lady comes back out and went just, she was calling people with appointments, and I got up. Well, that guy went and took my seat. And I went, what the hey? I'm in a good mood today. So I happened to spy another bench, and there was a man sitting there with a crate on his lap. And he kind of had his head down. So I took my dog over there and made a little comment about his kitty. He goes, oh no, this isn't a kitty, it's a cat. I'm like, okay. And what it was is he was taking his cat to her last moments on the planet. It was a he's 21, black cat. And this man was sad. And I knew it was going to be okay for me to put my hand on the back of his shoulder. So I did that. And then we just talked, and we talked about the cat, and we talked about his family, and and then we started crying together. And many things happened after that. But I sat there after he left, and just gave him a squeeze. And I realized that the universe, the quantum, set up that guy right there to be kind of snarky with me, to get me to go over and sit with that guy. So I didn't take it personally. The universe goes, okay, yeah, good job. Now go over there. And it was such a touching moment. I'll never forget it. And he was so soft. And oh my God, he was, he talked about his children and this and that. And he was a combo, he was a combo person, being, manifestation, where he let his feminine come out, and he was the one doing the job for the family. So I'm sharing these with you to give you kind of ideas of how to do lookabouts for those moments where the upgrade is shining through. And then you just say, how can it shine through me today? one kind thing. And I'm not going to plan it. I'm just going to ask the universe, the quantum, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it in this moment, to just show me, give me some goodies today. Let me participate, and let me keep remembering to upgrade through love, 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 love. And through your eyes. You know, if you're out and about and you look up and someone's looking, just give them, I call them the goat herder eyes, where you give them that quantum presence through your eyes like this. It's just a moment. That's all you need. It's just a moment. And then you move on. And this is how, this is how we're gonna shift it. I'm really sensing and feeling that there are so many now crystalline portals in Santa Barbara and people's healing offices, and there's some, I think, some spiritual places. Certainly, you know, we're doing our best to ground as much here. Even at my tennis club, that yoga room is just crackling. So it's happening, and you know, the more we sit and we energize and we smile and we laugh, and I'm going to just say, I am going to declare today that Whole Foods, regardless of what you out, and so all that stuff, but I'm going to declare Whole Foods crystalline, and I'm going to go in there today. I'm just gonna crackle around. Okay, and I'll throw in Trader Joe's while I'm at it. Okay, all right. So we're going to now we're going to just do some mooning. We're going to just let blue moon energy just yummy flow through us and with us. And, you know, there's a lot of, in the blue moons, I feel a lot of really soft emotional energy. It's just, it's kind of like yummy. And so we're going to just drop into that. And I'm going to remind those of us who know, and then show something to those of you who haven't taken my classes. There's a mudra that really can just crack it open, and it's the chaya. It's the chaya mudra, and your right hand just comes up this way. Okay, so everybody do that with me. And the left hand comes up too and crosses over. And you twirl the little fingers towards each other and release. Twirl and release. Twirl and release. Now I'm going to have you do that at your own speed. And then I'm going to have you visualize for me a three-sided pyramid. So triangles on all three sides and the bottom. And I want you to see that completely around you, you know, left, right, and behind you. And the point is in front. And then I want you to start to twirl it with your right hand, clockwise. Twirl. Twirl. There's another rotation. Another one. Couple more. And that's 7. And we'll do 8 because we love that number. Okay, and then the left hand is going to twirl upside down tetrahedron. And the bottom of it's going to be kind of around your chin. So you just visualize that and watch it go around. Five and 6 and 7 and 8. And now we're going to counterspin them together. You know what this does? It creates a beautiful magnetic field. Beautiful magnetic field. but it begins to form in a beautiful and it takes a while, but becomes kind of a spherical matrix that you can expand out with each counter twirl. And the name of that is a torus, Torus. Torus. There we go. All right, you guys are doing it now. It's so beautiful when we all do it. Wow. Wow. It just totally activated and yummed up our field. It just, boy. Yep. Okay, do it a couple more times. And this is your a gift to you from the seventh dimensional aspect of the quantum. It's an avatar frequency. Okay. And if some of you want to keep that going, please do. Please do. So we're expanding our field to include the Immortality Club field and beyond. We're expanding it. And it's almost like someone's turning the dial and getting us to crystalline. There we go. Now we want to do a little focus on the moon, the tides, and the water in our body. So we're going to attune the crystalline water in our body to the crystalline field and ask that the moon assist us and magnify our efforts. And you may feel like a pull and release, pull and release, because we're coordinating all of these influences together. And I'm feeling we have a advanced crystalline being who has signed up to kind of lead us through this next bit of the path. And she's also orchestrating some changes that are available to all of you. You just have to say yes. So and you can also retune back into that Taurian field and allow its influence to expand. And now they're saying it's probably time for us to put some attention in the back body as well into the shadow body and make sure that we're getting some of this crystalline upgrade back there. And she's saying, this is so beautiful. She's saying in the crystalline world, there's no need for shadow. Differentials are noted in light concentration manifesting as kind of it's like a universal love. I don't really know how else to describe it. But there's no need for shadow lessons. It's not to say we won't continue to have some ourselves, but it's nice to know that the upgrade includes, a full realization. Mm-hmm. And allow that field and that luminescence to just gently expand backwards. And you can nudge it with love, 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 love. And they're asking me, and I say they, I would say she, I would say the quantum, I would say they, it, to believe in yourself. Please. Permission granted. Feel your dedication, beautiful beings. Feel it. You're showing up every chance you get. Feel, acknowledge your dedication. Hmm. 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 And now they're saying, here's another really interesting thing. It's saying definitely pulse through your kidneys. Pulse through your kidneys. Really attend to going crystalline in your kidneys because there's innately so much fear that humans hold there. And fear does not exist in quantum crystalline. And it can be an inhibitor, and it is definitely something that's used to control. So we want to especially note it, kidneys and behind there. And you can include the adrenals because those are registering things too. Okay, here we go. We're going to put a little attention there. There. This will be a process. Do not be afraid that you are not enough. Do not be afraid, beautiful beings, of many of our deepest fear that we're not enough. Do not be afraid. And please, in this moment, flick away a part of that. Any or all of it, flick it away for today. And then you go around the house and go, yo, mama, I'm enough. Uh-huh. Yo, mama, I am enough. Because there's a little bit of humor in that. And there's a little bit of like chi. There's a little bit of juice in that. I would say, don't be serious when you say it. Just have, have some yumminess there. And like, yeah. And here's the really beautiful thing. Moments are passing and you're getting better. Moments are passing. And yes, little challenges come up. But you know what? Those challenges are, how should I say this? They're a little pump up to get up leveled. I'm learning that. Going uphill. Steeper, the more it's time to go into the reminder of love, 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 love. That's how we get through it. And you just say, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And judge thee not, thyself or really anyone. Be thy own best friend. And encouraging this whole process that we're going through. And I'm getting very big nods. Yes, yes, yes. Humans, this is one of their biggest challenges. They know not what they are and what they are becoming. And so look for the reminders. Look for the reminders, even a little bird just fluttering across your path, or a dragonfly flying in front of you, or butterfly, a little look at a squirrel tail. Look for those as like, oh yeah, I'm a part of the whole, and I'm participating in upgrading it. And find those moments when you can shine your quantum light through. You can shine your quantum light through. So beautiful beings. We did it. We gathered, we came, we saw, we gathered, we pulsed, we expanded, we crystallized, we attuned, and we upgraded the whole field. We up leveled the whole field today. Every time we meet, we up level ourselves, the field, our field, but we up level the whole thing. And this is true for many groups doing their work around. It's a hidden underground, but we're doing it. It's so clear to me. I see manifestations all the time. I can't even tell you what I've noticed in my world. I mean, yes, I tell you stories, but there's way, way more. So get excited. Say, I'm doing it. And do a little dance. Get it to be fun, because life is zinging by here, and we got to make it beautiful, and we do it with our hearts open and a smile on our face and a twinkle in our eye. Okay. Okay. Namaste. Have a gorgeous, beautiful day.